Welcome to the School of the Lost Tribes. Your charity helps generate the lessons needed to seal the chosen before the destruction. 2 Esdras 7:86. The sixth way, they shall see how some of them will cross over into torments. The sixth torment is witnessing the fate of others who, like themselves, are cast into torment, but with a piercing awareness that these were their own people. They shall see how some of them, the them refers to other Israelites, members of the same nation, the same covenant community. This is not a distant observation of strangers, but a direct look at their own companions, possibly friends, leaders, or family, who also rejected the law, will cross over into torments. This phrase marks a final transition, the point when souls move from temporary affliction into their permanent state of judgment. To cross over is to pass the line where there is no more mercy, no more hope of repentance. This is a torment of recognition and regret. The condemned are forced to witness others, just like them, being cast into their eternal punishment. It confirms their fate is sealed. The emotional and spiritual grief is amplified as they realize these aren't faceless strangers, but Israelites who had the same access to the law and made the same fatal choices. From the view of the exclusive doctrine of the Israelites, this is a judgment within the nation, not outside of it. The torment is communal, shared among the unfaithful of Israel, and made more bitter because they knew better. This sixth torment is the sorrow of seeing others perish alongside them, all for having forsaken the covenant. 2 Esdras 7:87. The seventh way, which is worse than all the ways that have been mentioned, because they shall utterly waste away in confusion, and be consumed with shame, and shall wither with fear at seeing the glory of the Most High, before whom they sinned while they were alive, and before whom they are to be judged in the last times. The seventh torment is the most dreadful and complete. It encompasses spiritual decay, shame, fear, and unavoidable judgment. Utterly waste away in confusion. The condemned souls are not just pained, they are consumed mentally and spiritually. Confusion here reflects a crushing awareness that they were wrong, fatally wrong, and now can do nothing about it. Their entire identity is reduced to loss, regret, and hopelessness. Consumed with shame. Shame overtakes them because they now fully understand what they rejected. They were chosen, instructed, warned, but they chose rebellion. This shame is not momentary embarrassment. It is eternal dishonor carried before the Most High. Wither with fear at seeing the glory of the Most High. The fear isn't just of punishment. It is the overwhelming terror of being exposed before the majesty and holiness of Yahweh. His glory burns into them the reality that they sinned against their King, not in ignorance, but while fully aware of his law and covenant, before whom they sinned while they were alive. This drives the final torment. The memory of their rebellion is now laid bare before the very one they defied. They must face the one they dismissed, and before whom they are to be judged in the last times. Their torment is both current and prophetic. They suffer now in the spirit realm and will later face final judgment when Yahweh sets all things in order. For the unfaithful of Israel, this is the full weight of covenant accountability. The torment is not simply what they experience, but what they now know, that they had the truth, rejected it, and must now face the righteous judge. In the lens of the exclusive doctrine of the Israelites, this verse is the ultimate warning. Israelites who despise the covenant will face not only physical judgment, but eternal spiritual shame in the presence of the very glory they were meant to reflect. 2 Esdras 7:88. Now this is the order of those who have kept the ways of the Most High, when they shall be separated from their mortal body. This verse shifts the focus from the torments of the rebellious to the blessed state of the righteous, those Israelites who remained faithful to the law and the covenant. This is the order. Order here refers to the process or structure that the Most High has established for the righteous after death. It shows that just as the wicked have a clear path to torment, so too do the faithful have a divinely appointed progression into peace and reward. Of those who have kept the ways of the Most High, These are Israelites who did not just believe in Yahweh, but kept his ways, which means they walked in obedience, honored his commandments, feared his name, and upheld the covenant. When they shall be separated from their mortal body. Death for the righteous is not destruction, but a transition, a release from the corruptible body into a state where they begin to receive the rewards laid up for them. V. 77. Their spirits are not left to wander, nor are they tormented. They are handled according to Yahweh's promise. According to the exclusive doctrine of the Israelites, this verse affirms that salvation is not random or universal. It belongs to those of Israel who kept the law in faith and obedience. This order is not for the nations, nor for the rebellious among Israel. It is reserved for the faithful remnant, the elect who endure to the end in righteousness. 2 Esdras 7:89. During the time that they lived in it, they laboriously served the Most High, and withstood danger every hour, so that they might keep the law of the lawgiver perfectly. This verse continues the description of the righteous Israelites after death by reflecting on the life they lived while in the body. It honors their struggle, obedience, and perseverance during the time that they lived in it. It refers to the mortal body, from V. 88. This highlights the temporary and burdensome nature of the flesh. Yet, even in this frail state, the righteous remained faithful. They laboriously served the Most High. Their obedience was not effortless. It was labor, showing that living righteously in a sinful world takes discipline, sacrifice, and endurance. Their service wasn't casual or part-time. It was a continual, serious commitment. And withstood danger every hour. The righteous lived under constant threat, persecution, temptations, trials, and opposition. To keep the commandments in a rebellious society meant they risked their safety, their reputation, and sometimes their lives. This is the price of obedience in a world that hates the truth, so that they might keep the law of the lawgiver perfectly. Their goal was not just to believe, but to keep the law, not halfway, not lukewarmly, but perfectly, meaning with sincere, complete intent. The lawgiver is Yahweh himself. This statement crushes any idea that grace removes the need for obedience. Instead, it honors those who fought daily to uphold the covenant. In the context of the exclusive doctrine of the Israelites, this verse exalts the righteous remnant, those of Israel who did not compromise, who walked uprightly despite all opposition. Their post-death peace is the result of their faithful labor in the body. They are now honored before the Most High, because they proved themselves obedient sons, not just in word, but in deed. 2 Esdras 7:90. Therefore, this is the teaching concerning them. This verse serves as a transitional declaration, preparing to reveal the state of the righteous souls after death, those who, as stated in the previous verses, faithfully served Yahweh, endured danger, and kept his law. Therefore, this connects directly to what has just been described, their obedience, endurance, and commitment to the covenant. Because of their faithful labor, a specific outcome now follows. This is the teaching concerning them. The term teaching signifies an authoritative explanation, not speculation. It's a divine declaration about what awaits the righteous children of Israel who kept the covenant. This is not about general salvation or broad doctrine. It is specific to those Israelites who proved faithful to the Most High. In the context of the exclusive doctrine of the Israelites, this verse introduces a sacred contrast. Just as the rebellious of Israel were shown their 7 torments, now the faithful remnant is about to be shown their eternal reward. This teaching is meant for those who fear Yahweh and walk in his law, not for outsiders, but for the elect of Jacob who endure to the end. 2 Esdras 7:91. First of all, they shall see with great joy the glory of him who receives them, for they shall have rest in 7 orders. This verse introduces the first blessing given to the righteous souls of Israel after death, a sharp contrast to the 7 torments of the wicked described earlier. First of all, they shall see with great joy the glory of him who receives them, unlike the condemned who tremble in shame, by verse 87. The righteous behold the glory of Yahweh with great joy. His presence is not terror for them, it is comfort, reward, and fulfillment. They are received, not rejected. This confirms their acceptance into peace and eternal favor. For they shall have rest in 7 orders. Just as the rebellious suffer in 7 torments, the righteous experience 7 orders, stages of rest, reflecting divine completeness and perfection. These are not vague comforts, they are specific forms of peace, fulfillment, and reward granted to those who endured in righteousness. This verse marks the beginning of Yahweh's revelation of the divine order of rest for his faithful ones, the elect remnant of Israel. Their rest is not general or passive. It is structured, intentional, and tied to their covenant faithfulness. From the lens of the exclusive doctrine of the Israelites, this verse confirms that true peace after death is reserved only for those Israelites who served Yahweh and kept his laws. It is a peace earned through obedience, sealed by covenant, and revealed only to the chosen. 2 Esdras 7:92. The first order, because they have striven with great effort to overcome the evil thought which was formed with them, so that it should not lead them astray from life into death. The first order of rest for the righteous begins with a recognition of their internal victory, the battle of the mind. Because they have striven with great effort, the righteous didn't stumble into obedience. They fought hard. Their walk required intense spiritual discipline, resisting both the external pressures of the world and the internal pull of the flesh. To overcome the evil thought which was formed with them, every Israelite is born in a fleshly body that carries inclinations toward sin, from 2 Esdras 3:21. The evil thought refers to the carnal mind, the selfishness, lust, rebellion, and doubt that comes with the fallen nature. The righteous resisted this nature, striving daily to walk in the Spirit, so that it should not lead them astray from life into death. Life here represents the path of the law and covenant promises. Death is the result of rebellion. The righteous refuse to be led away from the law of Yahweh, knowing that spiritual death comes from disobedience. In the exclusive doctrine of the Israelites, this rest is a reward for those who consciously battled against sin, clinging to the law even when their own nature tempted them to depart from it. This first order of rest honors their internal fight, because before one can conquer the world, they must first conquer themselves. The Most High sees this battle and rewards it with divine peace. Table of Contents. Introduction. Yahweh's exclusive covenant with Israel. The purpose of this book. No disparagement of non-Israelite races. The foundations used throughout this book. On the right foundation, Israel's covenant exclusivity, believing Yahweh Shai and the consequences of unbelief. The exclusive nature of Israel in the Old Testament. The exclusive nature of Israel in the New Testament. Part 2. Replacement Theology, examined. Dare we say the Church has replaced the 12 tribes of Israel, hope, the law, and Israel in the New Testament, the exclusivity of Israel in Ephesians, Philippians, and beyond, redemption and the many, the exclusive nature of Israel in the letters of James, Peter, John, and Jude, Israel in the book of Revelation, reactions and doctrinal challenges. Next steps in the book. Common reactions to Israel's exclusivity. Reactions to the exclusive doctrine of Israel, expanded. Are there 2 or 3 witnesses for exclusive Israel? Separation, the world, and the gospel. Word meanings. Understanding separation and the world. The world, cosmos, or oikoumeni. The 2 differing gospels. Stumbling blocks to an exclusive Israel doctrine. Case studies, Israelites in dispersion. Peter's sheet vision, a closer examination. The Ethiopian eunuch, an Israelite in dispersion. The widow of Sarepta, an Israelite in dispersion. The Lord's Prayer, an exclusive Israelite perspective. Extra-scriptural doctrines exposed. The extra-scriptural doctrine of Judeans and Gentiles. Can strangers become Israelites? In thee shall all nations be blessed. That unfortunate word, Gentile. Yahushai's ministry was not primarily to the Judeans or in Judea. Identity, history, and deception. Could the modern Judeans be Israel? Can the Judeans be identified? Josephus in his comments on the Judeans. Does Edom have any marks of identification today? Judeans who are non-Semitic. Historical commentary and records. What is their blasphemy? Anti-Semitism. A tool for deception. Religious and political nonsense. Galatians, promise, and heirship. Galatians and Israel exclusivity. Interpreting Galatians in light of Israel exclusivity. Christos without Yesu, Messiah without Jesus. Can the promises to Abraham's seed be spiritualized? Who are the heirs according to the promise? In Christ versus in Jesus. Neither Judean nor Greek. Who are the Greeks? Israel in the entire New Testament. Sonship, adoption, and faith. Isaac, hearing faith and freeborn sons. In thee shall all nations be blessed. Revisited. The promise in thy seed in the New Testament. The biblical concept of adoption. The placement of a son. Analysis of the 5 adoption verses. Understanding the sons of Yahweh and the doctrine of adoption. Pilgrims, strangers, and Israel. New Testament strangers. Seed, rebirth, and sowing.